Hello and welcome back to the Exclude Magazine platform. I'm Jack and you're joining me today for a very quick article as we go through some of the recent statements made by a lot of the manufacturers and platforms based over in Asia in relation to delays that are being caused by the ongoing coronavirus situation. Now, I did post this in an article on our website a few days ago, which has been garnering quite a lot of interest, so I thought it would be handy just to put this in video form. And also add in a little bit of extra information which isn't currently on the article. I will just preset it by saying at the moment we know there are more companies that are going to be affected by the situation as it develops who haven't made statements as of yet, but as soon as they do make statements we will be sure to come back and update you both on the socials and on our website. Okay, so with that said, let's just go straight through the statements that we have so far. Okay, so let's take a look at the first one. Okay, so we're going to start with ThreeZero. Now, as I said, we're going to be rounding up the social media statements that these platforms have been making in the last week, the last fortnight now. Basically all talking about how the situation and the development of the situation is affecting the manufacturing process and the production lines, essentially, with workers having to self-isolate and not being able to actually get on to meet their targets, to meet the deadlines, which of course is going to have an impact not only for the first half of this year, but I think it's going to have a domino effect far beyond that as well. So we're going to start with ThreeZero. So I will have their statement on screen for you, and I will pop the original article down in the description below, and on the article, as I say, everything is in full for you to check out, and we will be updating that on a daily basis. So I mean, yes, here ThreeZero, they're just talking about the delays to their production schedule and how they are trying their best to get shipments out at an optimal speed, and they're also going to be announcing their new scheduled estimates soon. Obviously, as the situation develops, those estimates may continue to change, but as soon as ThreeZero do make an updated statement with more information for collectors, especially in regards to some of their upcoming releases, such as the Transformers, the Destiny character they have as well, and the Terminator Dark Fate releases, we will be sure to update you on those. As I say, everything in full that I'm rattling through today is going to be down in the description below for you to check out. Okay, so moving on to the next platform that we're going to take a look at in this video. We are taking a look at Hasbro, particularly pertaining to their status here in the UK. So this next statement doesn't come from Hasbro themselves, it comes via Star Action Figures. If you are here in the UK, you will, I'm sure, already be fully acquainted with Star Action Figures, especially if you are a Black Series collector. That's one of the number1 places over here to pick them up online. You may also know that they are very vocal when it comes to Hasbro updates, especially in the UK market, especially in the last 12 months as well, and the developments with Hasbro and how they have treated the UK and how they've now implemented several changes to benefit collectors and retailers alike. So as you can see on your screen right now, again, they're just talking about how the virus is now affecting certain figures, certain lines, but also actually it goes into more depth there, and he says about how the ships aren't able to dock. So a bit of a different take on it, not just the virus, but the large implications of the delays essentially, and how of course things are completely out of Hasbro's control. So like I say, this isn't coming from Hasbro themselves directly, but if Hasbro do make a statement and they do feel it's necessary just to inform collectors, we will of course update. So a big shout out to Star Action Figures for posting this on their Facebook. I will have a link to that as well down in the description below. If you aren't familiar with them, I would recommend following them, especially if you are into updates of this nature. They are very vocal and they're always keeping the UK community up to date when it comes to Hasbro products, whether it be Marvel Legends, the Transformers line, anything from the Power Rangers as well, literally anything to do with Hasbro in the UK. They're a great source of information for that. Okay, so again, another one which isn't coming from the source themselves. We're talking about Hot Toys here. So whilst Hot Toys themselves haven't made a statement at the time of recording anyway, we can deduce, of course, there's going to be delays with those guys. They are going to be one of the biggest brands impacted. So far we've seen a lot of order delay emails going out, especially through Sideshow collectors. So if you do have figures on pre-order with them, you may well have also had these emails coming through. I mean, if you do get more, please do get in touch with us at Exclude Magazine on social media and just let us know so we can again keep you updated. So far we know that Captain Marvel, Director Krennic and the Jawa and the Power Droid of course from Star Wars. They are just a few of the figures to be delayed again through Sideshow emails. If Hot Toys do make a statement, or if Sideshow elaborate in anything specifically relating to the situation, then of course we will update you as ever. Okay, so moving on to the next statement, which I'll pop up on screen now. So this next statement comes from Prime One Studios, who are of course the makers of many high-end statues and busts. I mean, the detail they managed to pack into these things is amazing. Now, this statement here, again, is on your screen right now, will be in the description below. So they were planning to resume shipping after February 10th, but they are obviously now acting in accordance with the Chinese government's response, which has essentially limited the shipment, saying that they cannot be resumed anytime soon. So again, we will update you as more information is made available from Prime One Studios. And from one high-end statue and bust platform to another, jumping over to Queen Studios Collectibles, you may see in some of their recent Marvel and DC one-to-one scale busts, which again just look absolutely insane. The most highest level of detail imaginable. They are also caught up in the situation, and again very much the same as Prime One Studios, so they're again acting in accordance with the Chinese government's response, and they will be updating on their channels, and are hoping to resume work as soon as possible when it comes to both the manufacturing of their products but also the shipping of the products. So we'll be keeping an eye on their feeds as well, and we'll update you if we hear anything more. Another platform, Beast Kingdom, you may have seen recently, they just revealed their DAH Captain Jack from Pirates of the Caribbean. Lost my thought there. From Pirates of the Caribbean. So in amongst that, though, they too have been caught up, and they have indefinitely put on hold the production and delivery of all of their licensed products. They say they are closely monitoring the situation and hope to reschedule their product deliveries. The final delivery dates will be announced on their website and also on their social medias, so we will keep you updated on that. I mean, a lot of the information I'm reading out to you now and presenting to you is obviously of a timely nature, and I'm sure that once this has gone out, there will be updates to this, there will be amendments, there will be new statements. If the situation worsens, then obviously expect to have those delays pushed back, and obviously expect to have more companies come forward. So there's just a few more to get through before we can wrap things up. So moving on to the next one, which I'm now going to pop on your screen right about now. So the next platform we're going to take a look at is Bandai, namely Bandai Tamashii Nations. So they haven't explicitly mentioned the virus in this statement, which was put on their Japanese website. But of course, you know, it's heavily implied here, and we all know, you know, what they're skirting around. So there's going to be the delivery of their products, scheduled to be released in both February and March, are being delayed. So they're going to be announcing again the future of those figures. Obviously, Bandai, on an ordinary schedule, would have had a fantastic, and I'm sure they will still have a fantastic year with especially the Fig Arts line. A lot of very exciting releases coming from those, especially if you are an MCU collector. We've got some of the new Endgame releases coming. Hopefully some of the exhibitions and the cons can, you know, still go ahead in Asia, where we get to see those figures out on display from companies such as Bandai, from Medicom Toys, from Kyoto, from all of those places. So fingers crossed they aren't affected. I mean, at this point in time, it's just a case of waiting and seeing. But finally, in this video at least, we're going to be taking a look at the Good Smile Company. So they're reporting a delay of 2 to 3 months or more for some of their figures, and they're going to be updating us for each of the figures specifically. So again, we will, you know, obviously let you know about that. So that kind of brings us to a close when it comes to the actual statements we have so far. So we do just want to point out this video and the article on our website is purely there just to keep you all informed. It's not there to, you know, spread false news or scaremonger or anything like that. It's purely about taking the statements from these companies, you know, the collector-orientated statements, just making you all aware, because I'm sure that many of you may have figures on pre-orders from many of these companies, or, you know, retailers subsequently. So it's just about keeping you informed, keeping you up to date. Of course, there's more important things as the situation develops. There's going to be more important focuses than just figures. But you know, that's the industry we're in, and that's the community we're a part of. So it's just about us keeping you updated. So, as I say, and I've said it 100 times for this video, everything is going to be down in the description below and on our website. We will update you as more statements are made, and when we start to have more updated shipping updates on many of the figures from the companies we've outlined in this video. So, a big thank you for stopping by and joining us in this video. If you do see any other information that you feel will be valuable and you'd like to inform people as well, do get in touch at Exclu Magazine on social media. Let us know and we can add it to our site and keep that resource updated. If you enjoyed today's update, please do leave your comments, leave your thoughts down in the comments, I should say. We can chat with you down there, and also subscribe for more news like this. A big thank you, and we will see you again right here on the Exclu Magazine platform very soon. Cheers, guys.